Hello, welcome back to Life on the Franch. It's been a minute and a lot has happened. And today we're going to be talking about one of the things that's happened. We have adopted another hamster. This hamster's name is Bruno, and he's a rescue. But it's kind of interesting because normally with rescues, we either find them through like a Facebook Marketplace situation and we rescue them ourselves, or with our most recent other adoption, Hypnos, we rescued him through like a humane society. You can see more about that in this video up here. But Bruno kind of like fell into Stan's lap. So I thought Stan would talk about how we got Bruno, and while he's talking about it, we'll show you him seeing his new cage.
I mentioned that Rocky had passed away during a working lunch, and somebody mentioned at the lunch like, "Oh, well, are you looking to get a new one?"
Which is, first of all, very unsympathetic thing to say when someone tells you their pet dies.
No, they did the whole sympathy thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like, oh, your dog died, you want another one?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, I have a puppy.
Yeah. Well, so it turns out that they were going to be going on a trip soon, and they had a hamster from Christmas that they didn't really think they wanted to have anymore because they were, I guess, too much work and they didn't know what to do with them.
And you said that your coworker had got them for their kids.
Yes.
For Christmas.
Yes.
Which is one of our big pet peeves about hamster adoption in general, is that people think that they're not a lot of work and they think they're for kids. And hamsters are not suitable pets for kids because they're nocturnal and they do take work. Like, you still have to feed them, clean them, provide them with adequate care, and they are boring if you're looking for an interactive pet.
Right. And a lot of the fun towards hamsters gets replaced with like their accessories. So the cage that they had their hamster in was one of those rocket Katie ones. Maybe we'll put a picture of
the Tiny
that.
Tails ones. Yeah, it'll be over here.
Yeah.
They're kind of infamous now. Victoria Rochelle has made a number of videos about them, as have other YouTubers. Munchie's Place, I think, also has a video about it. It's just obviously too small for a hamster. There's no space for bedding. The square inches, it's like literally the size of a dinner plate. It's not at all appropriate.
And
but
it's vertical.
Clearly marketed for kids because it's designed to look like a rocket ship.
Right. Which the hamster will never appreciate if your prison cell is...
Right, they can't see that it looks like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
And they don't care.
We chatted about it. I brought up the idea to Francesca.
And we had kind of been talking about getting another hamster because Patch had passed away as well, like previously to Rocky.
Right.
If this had been like going into Rocky's cage right away, it would have been a lot more difficult, I think, for me emotionally. But we had already grieved Patch and we're looking to get a hamster to put in Patch's enclosure. And that's kind of what we did.
Right. We had space for him, and it was the right time. So we decided to say, yeah.
Kind of pressured us a little bit in terms of the timing as well. Because they brought up this idea to Stan kind of off the cuff. And I was out of town. I was not home for like any of this. So Stan's like calling me, being like, hey, do you think we should take a hamster? And I'm like, I really would have liked to be here for this. But since they were going on vacation, Stan was like, because I asked, I was like, well, what are they going to do if we say no? And Stan was like, well, they're going on vacation, so I guess they would just give them up for adoption, which I've made a number of videos about this as well. But it is very hard to put a hamster up for adoption after you've bought the hamster because most humane societies don't take hamsters. And conversely, finding a hamster to adopt through an agency is also really difficult in our area, in New Jersey.
Right.
There's just nothing around. When we decided to go through an agency, we had to go into New York City.
Right.
To adopt a hamster. We drove an hour to get this hamster and then drove them back in the middle of winter. So that wasn't realistic, and I knew that, but I don't think they knew that.
Right.
And then the alternative would be that they put them up on Facebook Marketplace.
I bet Facebook Marketplace wouldn't suit their timeline either.
No, probably not, because it takes a while for stuff to
move or then you get
and to
like
meet
the weird,
up, and you've got people who are like flaking on you.
Right.
Yeah, it can be a process to go through Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
So I really don't know what their solution would be.
Would have been without us, yeah. So after we told her that we're good to go, we met up at work, and she brought the hamster, little Bruno, in a box that she still had, and I made a joke like, "Oh, were you planning on returning him or something?" Like, dang, you kept the box. They didn't give us the cage, so who knows where that ended up, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think that was just, we could have, if we thought it through,
right,
had asked, not because we would have used it, but either we would have made a video about the dangers of that cage and then thrown it away.
Right.
Basically, because you
shouldn't
resell it, because then it's just going to another hamster that's going to be put in this cage that is too small. And so we would have liked to just take it off of the market entirely.
One less prison cell in distribution.
Yeah.
We brought him in, and I had Francesca on the video and showed him to his new digs, and he absolutely loved it.
Yeah, so we'll show you that footage now.
Here you go. Oh yeah, strong boy. There you go.
Oh, what a cute little hamster.
Click the like button. If you want to see more of our content, Bruno or us, click subscribe, ding the bell button to know when we post. Most importantly, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!
Bye!